Thanks. Well, I'm sad I couldn't be there physically because I love Summer League. We get to see our first glimpse at the future of the NBA, and for those players, it's their first opportunity to get scanned into the game.
Yeah, we were there with them as they were getting scanned.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're the land of the free.
Hi, everyone. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you very much.
Good point. No pressure, DA. Thank you. And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. We've got Patrick Beverley. He's out there with Russell. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Edwards. And it's Vanderbilt in at the four-man position. And for Memphis, Adams at center with Jackson next to him. Then it's Brooks. Then it's Morant. And it's Bane in at the shooting guard position. Yeah, tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience.
And we'll see some spectacular plays, but also a few boneheaded ones as well. Always interesting to watch these young players develop.
And they pick up two.
This is Steven Adams at his absolute best. This guy is a high percentage shooter because he understands how to use his frame.
Now, here is Russell. Here's Towns. And he overshot that one, missing. Now, here's Morant. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
The contact can't trip Morant up. He just glides past it and into his shot.
Russell finds Beverley. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. It's Edwards on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. 14 feet away. The rebound by Steven Adams. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Into the lane.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
And, you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their fourth shot of the game.
Kick out to Adams. On the wing, Brooks. Well, good with the triple. Timberwolves have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Beverley wide open. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Now here's Morant. Out to Brooks. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, that play is so much about his reach and determination affecting the game defensively.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
And Towns not known for his rim protection, but he's improved in that area recently, challenging and changing more shots.
Morant passes to Adams. To the left side wing. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Morant. The dish now to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass him.
And with Towns, Greg, you knew he had the potential for rim defense, and it became a focus for him.
Yeah, and a lot of defense is putting in the effort. Credit Towns for improving in that area, and we'll see if he can take another step defensively.
And the rejection by Towns. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Jackson kicks to Brooks. Morant against Russell. And Morant gets it to go on the assist by Jackson. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota, trailing by 2. Pass to Edwards. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That's his first foul. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Kyle Anderson comes in for Jackson. DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Brooks. And Jones subbed in for John Morant. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Towns. McDaniels comes in for Vanderbilt. Okogie's checked in for Edwards. And it's Beasley in for D'Angelo Russell. Clark for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And it's Beasley in the corner. Drills the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Jones against Beverly. Lets it go from 11. Here's Clark. Banked in off the glass.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Beverly with the ball. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Here's Reid. Oh, that's blocked.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now Beverly. 52 seconds left in the first quarter.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Bane, and it's out of bounds. The Grizzlies able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Williams comes in for Bane. And Conchar subbed in for Tyus Jones. Conchar, good.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Passes it to McDaniels. Offensive rebound. Williams with the block. Beasley against Clark. Here's the 3. Reid with the rebound. Okogie, the pass to Beasley. Another miss by Minnesota. And here's Melton. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Memphis with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here.
Probably be more of a backline help.
Now with his 7'4" wingspan, Jackson has all the tools to be an elite rim protector.
But advanced understanding of positioning. His father was an NBA player, so he's been taught the game from a young age.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Kyle Anderson. He's out there with Brandon Clark. DeAnthony Melton out there with Williams. And it's Conchar in at the 2. And it's good for 2. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Jackson comes in for Brandon Clark. And it's Dylan Brooks in for Kyle Anderson. Timberwolves also changing it up. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Reed. Edwards comes in for Josh Okogie. And it's Russell in for Patrick Beverly.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And there's a whistle that goes on John Conchar. That is his first foul of the game. Adams, he's checked in for Memphis. Morant comes in for Melton. Now here's Towns. He has 5. Inside. And then Karl Anthony Towns with the jam.
How about the creativity, the athleticism? That's a rare combination for a guy his size. Go to work, Cat.
Adams trying to free himself up. And it's Morant missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Russell, no good. Memphis leading by 4. Morant surveying the D. Over Russell. Brooks outside. And he's good on the 3 ball. Brooks has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Beasley outside. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Morant outside. And finished off by Morant.
And you're just asking to get burned when you give Morant a lane, using that speed to his advantage.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And Adams sends it back. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice. All-star Bradley Beal says, we understand there will be a backlash, but we don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments, and I'm their voice. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much. And Russell, a player known for his offense, but Greg, he's put in work to improve his play on defense as well.
Yeah, Russell was known for his lack of defense there for a while, but he's been trying to improve that part of his game. It's a long road, but I tell you what, he is definitely taking steps.
Jackson finds Morant. Outside for Jackson. Now here's Morant. Tight defense on him. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 9. It's Edwards on the wing. Here's Towns, and Towns throws it down.
Oh, the defense has got to do more than that. Karl Anthony Towns embarrassing them.
Morant dishes to Brooks. Russell against Morant. Just 5 on the clock. Offensive rebound. Trying to find Jackson. He's got it now. Off the mark. His first miss of the game. 1 for 2. Minnesota's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And it's Desmond Bain with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Tyus Jones, he's checked in for John Morant. The Timberwolves also with the sub. McDaniels, he's checked in for Beasley. To the inside. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 6 rebounds in the game. On the wing, Jones. He's guarded by Russell. Jackson from long range. The Grizzlies with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 7. Towns in the corner. Uncovered. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Towns has got 11 points.
Yeah, this is one of the better catch-and-shoot bigs in the NBA already. Towns doing everything these days.
And again, Memphis no good. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Grizzlies.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
They've also made their mark in the paint. A lot of their scoring coming down low so far.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Clark, he's checked in for Adams. Kyle Anderson comes in for Jackson. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Dylan Brooks.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Okogie, and he goes right over Tyus Jones and slams it down.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And rejection by McDaniels. On the wing, Melton. Defended by Beverly. Melton, no good. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Driving to the basket. And the basket by Okogie. Okogie's got the lead up to 1 now for the Timberwolves. Here's Anderson, and McDaniels with the block. It's stolen. Anderson finds Jones. Wow, way off on that.
Boy, he was wide open. You wonder, did he overthink it? That's a missed opportunity.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. Beverly for 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They lead by 1 point. Kenny, give us your take.
The bench scoring has been a big key for them. They came in with energy, and they were able to give the starters a real break because of the way they performed. That's the kind of production every team hopes to have from their second unit.
And over to the big fella. Your thoughts on the group?
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Karl Anthony Towns has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. They've got Edwards. Patrick Beverly out there with Russell. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 4 spot.
And Doris, the last few years for Russell has seen a lot of turnover and change for that young man.
And you know what? That can really slow down a player on the court more than you think. Last handful of years, Russell has changed teams and coaches several times, and yet he has still continued to be a factor on the floor.
And that one's good. Morant.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off for him there inside.
Beverly the pass to Towns. Russell from long range. Rebound by Williams. Memphis leading. Morant right side. And the 3 ball is good. Morant's got 5 points in the quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Edwards. Count them. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And there's the pass to Bane. 5 to shoot. Elbow shot. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert. Boy, as slow a start as you could have, just 1 for 4 from the field. They're struggling.
Here's Morant. The kick out to Williams. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. And the Grizzlies lead by 5. And Greg, some star big men had complained that they get hacked all game long. But they're not getting the foul calls these guards do on the perimeter.
I'd have to agree. I mean, and on a lot of those fouls, the guards get 3 free throws. So something the league might want to take a look at, trying to balance things out. And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Clark. Jaren Jackson comes in for Kyle Anderson. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Williams. And Concho subbed in for Bane.
And focus there from Morant. He just takes them all on and stays locked in on the basket.
Timberwolves trail by 5. Beverly deciding where to go with it. Outside Edwards. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
It's Morant with the drive. The feed to Adams. Makes it off the glass. Adams has got 6 points.
And the execution has just been off defensively here in the second. Play after play, it's almost as if they're a step slow.
Beverly against Morant. Beverly dishes to Towns. And the rejection by Jackson. Here's Morant. Out to Brooks. The 3. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Good evening, Kevin. Now, the NBA does get high marks for its diversity, but there is some frustration on that front when you look at head coaches and front office positions. All-star Karl Anthony Towns said, men of color deserve a chance to lead a team, run an organization, and make their mark. Not just with a jersey on, but with a suit on. Guys?
Thank you, David. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Tyus Jones comes in for John Morant. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Memphis.
And they've made the long range look like a layup at times in this one, guys.
Well, their transition game has been operating at full speed, too. They've really run the break well.
Here's Beasley. He has 7. Step back shot. Count that one. He's got 9.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Brooks, the pass to Jones. Jackson trying to break free. And it's Jones, that time on the assist by Brooks.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Beasley dishes to McDaniels. Misses in close.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's Jones. Jackson has the open look. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end. Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest fives in the NBA.
Now here's Jones. Left side Jackson. Melton passes to Adams. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Adams has got the lead up to 12 now for the Grizzlies.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Edwards looking it over. The shot will not go. This is off the front eye. And so it's Memphis. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Anderson and Jackson inside. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Bane in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. He dishes it to Jackson. Over Edwards. Melton with the ball. Edwards there. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Russell passes to Reed. Beyond the arc. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Edwards.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
And Anthony Edwards, the top pick of 2020. Not the most polished player early on, but his ceiling is through the roof.
Some changes for Memphis. Adams, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Conchar comes in for Bane. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
Okay, David, thanks. That one drops for him.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
So many top picks come in ready to play, Greg. Edwards a part of a class that needed more time, though.
Yeah, the talent is clearly there. And don't forget the pandemic cutting the college careers of many of the 2020 draftees short. Edwards, though, has all the tools to be an incredible wing player.
Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Pass to Okogie. This one for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Up top, Morant. Guarded by Reed. Here's Brooks. Pass to Jackson. from 15 feet away, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And great from deep. Jackson, no issues hitting the mid-range either. Another big who has range in the new NBA.
It's tipped. Kick out to Adams. Gonchar, the pass to Jackson. On the wing, Brooks. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. Here's Morant. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Morant's got 23 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Baines checked in for the Grizzlies. And then for Minnesota, Towns, he's checked in for Reed. Vanderbilt comes in for McDaniels, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Josh Okogie.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Russell against Morant. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. 15-point game. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant against Russell. Let's go. And it's Morant missing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him. Timberwolves trail by 15. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. And Towns gets it to go.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And Towns does so many things well on the floor, Doris, but you can't forget about his rebounding.
Right, this guy puts up huge rebounding totals every night. You can pencil him in for double digits every night on the backboards. This guy can anchor your team's rebounding.
Memphis leading by 12. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Back to Morant. With the drive, deflects the pass. Kick out to Adams. Memphis moving it around. He gets that one. Jackson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, Steven Adams' instinct is to pass it first, and what instincts he has. Wow, pretty play.
Russell inside. Adams defending. From deep. And it's Russell missing. For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. And finished off by Morant.
And relentless in his attack. Morant is wearing down the defense, putting up some huge numbers here tonight.
Russell looking around. Pass to Towns. Here's Vanderbilt. The Grizzlies pull it in. Jackson's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Memphis.
The biggest factor tonight had to be their great shooting. They shot much better than the other team.
Yeah, they were working hard on both sides of the floor, but that sky-high field goal percentage plus the pressure defense to force the other team into a lot of misses. Love the effort tonight. And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was
for Ja Morant.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Adams outside. Here's Noel. Here's Layman. He drains the quick shot.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Memphis has gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Tillman's shot is off. There's 47 seconds left in the 4th. Morant outside. And the pass to Tillman. And stolen by Prince. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Paul Morrow, that's good.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Morant, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Absolutely fearless. Morant willing to put his body on the line in order to make plays.
All free throws good from Morant. Here's Noel. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win.